What's up, YouTube? It's your favorite pothead back again. Hey, watching the game last night, it reminded me of a situation that I was in 2 years ago. I'm an assistant coach at my son's school. I've been trying to get the head coaching position for the longest, but the head coach don't want to let it go. But here's the thing. Love the brother to death. But the coach, he is back in like the 70s or 80s. I'm 47. He only 2 years older than me. Why is your coaching so far behind? So our first game of this season is coming up Saturday. Our girls, they made it to the playoffs. Thanks to me, but they made it to the playoffs. We hadn't had a girls team in 8 years, so congratulations to the girls. Congratulations to the girls. Now it's the boys' season. They've been practicing for almost 2 months. First game is coming up. The coach say, the season is upon us now, so our first game is Saturday, and I need y'all to, at practice today, we're going to focus on one offensive play, one defensive set, and one out of bounds play. What? Are you crazy? We got 40 minutes of basketball to play, and you want to give them one play for the whole game? Like the other team is not going to figure that out. But like I said, I was watching the game yesterday with the Lakers and Philly. With that being said, if y'all didn't watch the game, Laker fans, LeBron James fans, Bronny fans, they got a treat. They got to see Bronny in the first quarter. He may have been one of the first people to be subbed into the game. And it turned out very bad. So, like I said, I've been a coach for many years now. They already had a basketball program going at my son's school. The head coach, sorry to say it, but he can't outcoach me. Like I said, love him to death, but he can't outcoach me. So, with that being said, 2 years ago, I get to the game. He want everybody to be there an hour ahead, but normally I have to pick up a few students for the game. I don't have a problem with that. My girls' team, my boys' team, I don't have a problem with that. Sometimes I got to drive all the way out of the way and then come back all the way to make it happen. So I do my part. So I get to the game. As soon as I come in the gym, I see our team. They sitting all the way down at the end of the bleachers. It's probably about maybe 200 to 300 people in the gym. Gym is cranking. The game is going on. It's a good game. So as I walk down to my players, say what up to the other coach and everything, start saying what up to the other players, then I go sit up with the players so I can start showing them some things that we need to go over come game time. Yes, I'm very thorough with it. I just made them a playbook about this thick. Because we only get 2 days of practice, and it's not fair to those students for us to get 2 days of practice, and we only get an hour and a half each day. Then, mind you, we got a 3rd and 4th grade team, we got a 5th and 6th grade team, we got a 7th and 8th grade team. That's 3 teams. So what do that mean? We get a half an hour with each team? I still try to figure it out. Be having headaches like a mug when I leave the gym. One reason why I drink. But that's a whole nother story. And all for the most part I do is drink beer. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. So I go and I sit with the students and I'm showing them a couple of offensive plays and I'm showing them the defenses. I don't believe in just we running one defense the whole game. I teach all defensive zones. Not only that, I teach a shifting zone where I show the players how easily one player can move. Sometimes two players can move, and now you're in a completely different zone. If you're constantly throwing different defenses at the offense, it confuses them. As we coming up the court, we may be set in a 2-1-2 as they bringing it down. Then once they bring it past half court, we may drop it to a 3-2 or 2-3. 1-2-2, whatever the case. 1-3-1, 1-3-1, which I don't like that because it's crazy because I don't like that. I don't like the 1-3-1, but I love the 1-4. No, it's not the 1-4 that I love. Let me reverse that. I love the 4-1. Defenses, a lot of offenses haven't seen that type of defense. So therefore, when they see that defense, they're confused. And it looked like it don't work. But actually, if everybody do what they're supposed to do, it's an awesome defense. And I shouldn't be saying too much about the type of defenses that I like. But again, y'all got to stop it. Y'all got to stop it. Y'all got to score on it. Y'all got to figure it out. That's for the offense. But yeah, so I'm sitting there, and then I see this little boy. He's sitting down on the first row, and he's sitting down like this and everything. So I looked at the students, and excuse my language, but I said, who the fuck is that? The mascot? There's like, no, coach gave him a uniform. No, mind you, this is the 7th and 8th grade team. That year, we only had a 7th and 8th grade team. But we agreed that some of the 5th and 6th graders that showed skill, we were going to allow them to move up. Because the last thing that I want to do as a coach is to have any of my students out on the court and they are not benefiting. They are completely lost out there. That's not a good coach. So the other students was like, coach gave him a uniform. And again, I said, for what? To be our mascot? I know he don't plan on playing this boy. For one, the boy is in the 4th grade. For two, the boy can't dribble. The boy can't pass the ball 2 to 3 feet in front of him. And he don't know none of the plays. And that's no knock on him. He's in the 4th grade trying to play with 7th and 8th graders. It's no knock on him. I hope his experiences didn't discourage him from playing basketball altogether. Because you don't put no kid in no position like that. This little boy was on the court just turning around in circles. Don't know nothing. And to make matters even worse, he was the first person that the coach subbed in. How disrespectful is that to all of the other players that bust their ass in practice day after day, learning the plays, for them to get not chosen over a 4th grader that don't know nothing? Now, I could understand if the 4th grader was cold and everything. But he wasn't there. And all that reminds me of the game with the Lakers and Philly. Bronny James is not NBA ready. He's not even college ready. That man is averaging 6% from the field for the season in 13 games. 6%? Any other player, his ass would be out the league. No G League team would even pick him up. But since this is LeBron James' son, y'all quote unquote king son, he get a pass? Hell no. He's supposed to get cooked just like everybody else. I mean, you got to call it. I'm not talking about my students or anything. Now, I'm talking strictly about NBA talent. If you're a bum, you're a bum. And on top of that, the NBA is supposed to be the best players in the world. The best players in our nation. So how the fuck is Bronny James on the motherfucking court when he averaged 4 points a game in college? 2 rebounds, 2 assists? When he was in high school, he wasn't even no breakout star. That's why I respect Carmelo Anthony for how he's handling business with his son. I respect Dwayne Wade for how he's handling business with his son that plays basketball. We're not going to talk about the other shit going on with this other kid. And I'm going to just say kid. Because you're either born male or female. And we just going to leave it at that. But my son plays for my team. My son been playing under me for the last 3 years. He just made it to become a starter. And he already know, if you're not performing on that court, it's no favoritism. It's no nepotism. You're going to sit your ass on the bench until you figure it out. It is what it is. And the Lakers really exposed Bronny James, and they need to make a public apology to Quincy Oliveri. They need to do that ASAP because that boy was killing Bronny. He's a better teammate. He's more NBA ready. But what did they end up doing? He was strictly G League. Then they cut him from the G League, from their team. And that's not right. That's not fair to that man. And then what do that say to basketball going forward? Oh, if you average 4 points a game, guess what? You could make it to the NBA. No, the fuck you can't in real life. Motherfuckers need to call a spade, and excuse my language. I'm about to get off of here because I'm really about to flip out. So, I just needed to get that little point across. I'm going to start another video, and I'm going to give a much in-depth look at this situation. And as a father, you're supposed to protect your children. Even though Bronny is a grown man now, you're supposed to protect your children, whether they're grown or not. If you ain't ready, you just ain't ready. You could go through all the drills in the world and everything, but if it's not in you, it's not in you. Just like my son, all the time, I tell him, I'm like, dude, you got more access to me than any of the other students. So therefore, you should be one of the best players on the team, not in the middle. You should be at the top. You damn sure should not be at the bottom. And he's not at the bottom. He's in the middle. But these kids nowadays, they want to play video games. They say they want to play basketball, but they want to play that game even more. Okay, if you want to play a game like that, play NBA 2K. Make you a player that plays your position. Of course, this is middle school, so you're not dunking right now and everything, but it's not about dunking. My son, he got a nice 3-point on him. He got a nice mid-range. He can score at the rim. He's not the tallest, but he do have heart. Since he's been playing for me, nobody has scored on him. And a couple of times, he had to defend somebody that was a whole foot taller than him. It was crazy. But to see that boy out there with his heart and everything, that meant so much. That meant so much on so many different levels. But yeah, Bronny James is not an NBA talent. He done stole all this money. Him and his daddy done stole all this money from the Lakers organization. The Lakers need to get a refund. They need to renegotiate LeBron's contract because $54 million a year or whatever he's making, and this motherfucker don't play no goddamn defense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. He don't play no defense. But everybody, oh, he had 24 points. He had a triple-double. Leading the team in turnovers. If he don't got the ball in his hand on offense, he's really just a statue. How do y'all respect this man? Every day I see on Facebook, the king this, the king that, LeBron this, LeBron that. LeBron is better than Jordan. Jordan didn't make it. Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. Because you don't know this game. With that being said, I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Again, this is your favorite pothead.